every single time someone asks me, I need you to teach me how to put on lashes, whether it's family or friends, it's always about the glue. Like they can't get them to stick. They apply it and then like the edges, like the inner corner, outer corner pop up. To some extent, that's kind of the life of wearing lashes. So it's kind of something that has to be expected of it because you can't get it right every single time. But I can teach you how to make that less of a common thing. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to do a lashes tutorial. So I checked on my channel. It has been 5 years since I've done a lashes tutorial. I honestly don't think anything has changed. I haven't watched it because I definitely feel like it will be a cringe moment, but I don't think much has changed. So I don't have zoom on my lens. So I'm going to try to get as close as possible by just scooting up, but I don't actually have zoom on my camera. This legit is how close I'm gonna be able to get to you guys, and I am leaning over in my chair to get this close. So before we get started, I'm going to go over a few basics. If you kind of already know the basics and you just want to skip to the tutorial, I will put a timestamp right here where you guys can skip to that. But if you are completely new to lashes, then you definitely want to watch this first part. I'm gonna try to make it brief and to the point. So when it comes to lash style and the type of lashes, you have thousands upon thousands of types of lashes. So you can get like from beauty supply store lashes. If you're a beginner, I would recommend those 1000%. I used to wear 747M and 747L lashes from the beauty supply store back in the day. Say that like I'm so old. I would recommend starting with that, starting with a lash that was super inexpensive, just so you can get the hang of it and learn or teach yourself how to actually apply the lashes. Now when you get like more advanced, I would definitely highly recommend that you invest in like maybe some more expensive lashes, because it amps up the experience like no other. Because if you get like some lashes that are like more like double layered, more like a mink style lash, it gives you like that natural flirty like type of lash, and that's what I like. I would not say you want to practice on those type of lashes, so definitely start with something a little bit more inexpensive. But you can also use Ardell lashes, which is a really high quality beginner lash as well, a little bit more expensive. Everywhere basically it's a drugstore, you can find Ardell lashes, and those are really great. So ultimately, beginner, start with either beauty supply store lashes or Ardell lashes or something along those lines. So the next thing is glue. So lash glue definitely varies. I know the #1 lash glue that's recommended to most people is Duo Lash Glue. For me personally, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but Duo Lash Glue actually blurs my vision, which is kind of strange. I do wear contacts because I can't really see that well, okay? It may have something to do with my contacts, like the glue reacting to my contacts, but that lash glue blurs my vision. So I don't use Duo Lash Glue if I can help it. It's kind of like my emergency glue though, that if I run out, then that's the glue that I go with. The glue that I really like is the Velour Lash Adhesive. It is like the best lash glue I have used. It works like a normal lash glue, so it's not like using hair glue on your lashes or anything like that. It's not gonna stay for a long time. It stays for one day. It's really good on that. It sticks my lashes and I don't have blurred vision. So that's all I can ask for, to be quite honest. Okay, so we got types of lashes, glue. Oh, and let's talk about the actual applying of lashes. So depending on who you talk to, they'll either say they like to apply with their fingers or tweezers. So for me personally, I cannot apply lashes with my fingers, especially when I have nails. Just so happened that I took off my nails last night. Even though I don't have nails, I still wouldn't want to apply them with my fingers because I feel like I have more control with tweezers. But I mean, everyone is different. People love it both ways. So I would say that's in a practicing sense. Like try it with your fingers, try it with tweezers, and just see what you like best. And personally, all tweezers are not the same. There's one specific tweezer that I have to apply my lashes with, and when I can't find that, it's like, oh my god, now I have to use another freaking tweezer, and it never works out the same. I don't even know the brand of it. 50% of the brand has rubbed off. And then there's the other thing as far as what do you do with your natural lashes? Everyone is different again when it comes to that. And if you have more of straighter lashes, I've seen in videos that people like to curl their lashes before applying false lashes on top. Other people do it the way that I do it, which is apply the lash and then apply mascara to the base of my lashes to cover up my natural lashes. I just find when I apply mascara first before applying lashes, it's a lot harder for me to apply lashes. But that's again something that you would practice beforehand and figure out what works best for you. I kind of think we've gotten like the basics down on kind of like the 411 on what to do with lash application. So let's get into me actually showing you guys how I apply lashes. So the lashes I'm going to be applying today are the Velour Lashes Feelin Myself, and they are some of my favorite lashes. And these lashes you can actually use 25 times, so you get your money's worth on that. So when I get the lashes out of the pack, they don't really look like this. I actually adjusted the lash to work better for my eye. So when you first get a lash, they have like an additional piece like right at the tail end of the lash, and you have to cut that off. And then you see how it goes like from in to out. Sometimes you even have to adjust this to cut off some of your lash to kind of fit your eye, because if you don't do that, then it'll be itching you all day in the inner corner, and that will make it lift up a lot more than if you adjust it to fit your eye. Because if it's too far and the more you blink, the more it just lifts out of place, like more the glue gives up basically. I'm going to show you guys how I trim these lashes, because why not? I'm going to take these off. These are a new pair. These are from Velour as well, but these are the Wild Child lashes, which is another one of my favorites. So these lashes are actually one of the better ones because it doesn't have like extreme length on the ends. Sometimes it's like an obvious addition to just like the band at the end of the lash, but this is just a little bit. So you would go in and you would trim it just a touch. I actually did cut off a little bit. I don't know if you guys were able to see that because it was so small. And then a little bit on this end. And then I always adjust the lash to fit my eye, like I said. So I'm gonna take off maybe like a millimeter. So I cut off that much, like literally so little, but it's gonna save your life, I'm telling you. So I honestly think that's one of the major things that people don't know. That's what they're meaning when they say, oh, the lash lifted up, and I don't know why. If you don't adjust the lash to fit your eye shape, then it's probably gonna lift up, because the more you blink, the more it irritates and all that, then it's just gonna come off. I make sure that I line up the other lash going the opposite way so that I don't cut the inner corner, going the opposite way, and then just trim the same amount off, or I just stick like this little piece on the end of the other lash and just cut the same. Now we're gonna work with some lashes I've already worn and getting out my favorite lash glue, which is the Velour Okay, so Velour does not know I'm making this video. Let me just say, it's not sponsored at all, but the Velour lash adhesive is my favorite lash adhesive, and it's the clear one. I actually prefer clear lash glue than black lash glue for a multitude of reasons, but the main one is that if you make a mistake and don't get it perfectly where it needs to sit and you're using black lash glue, then that black lash glue will be higher than the lash, or it'll be up here, or whatever the case. If you mess up and you ding it somewhere, then it will. But the clear lash glue, you don't have to worry about that. But I always go back in with like a black liquid liner to just line the top of the lash band to hide it, and I just feel like that's a much better way for me to be kind of foolproof and not have me mess up. So here's the next part. Okay, so when you're getting new lashes, you want to kind of rock with them a little bit like that. It doesn't do much, but it kind of helps them sit more on the eye. First time applying a new lash is always harder than the times after that, because you're getting it adjusted to the curve of your eye. They do a good job with having like the lashes sit in a curve here, but your eye really curves, or at least my eye curves more than that. So the first time is always a little harder to apply, but these you're gonna see are kind of just gonna plop on, and I don't really have to work to make sure the inner corner is stuck and the outer corner is stuck. But to kind of help that out, you can just kind of work the lash like that. Like I said, it only works a little bit on that note. You just have to wear it in order to break them in. It's kind of like breaking in new shoes. You got to break in the new lashes. So the lash glue is a brush, and I'm just going to apply the lash glue to the lash band. Make sure it's completely coated. Okay, so then this is the part that is the hardest to explain, and it always is like kind of a feel on how long it takes for the lash glue to be ready, because people say wait 30 to 45 seconds or whatever. I never count. I just look at the lash, and I've learned how it looks when it's ready to be applied. So with clear lash glue, when it first starts, now this is only with clear lash glue because black lash glue starts black and ends black. With clear lash glue, starts like kind of looking like more whitish, and then as it dries it turns more blue, and then it turns clear. So when it's like almost about to change from blue to clear is when I apply. That's almost like when somebody say add a little bit of salt, and it's like, okay, give me a measurement, give me a time frame. I think that's why people came up with it 30 to 45 seconds, but that very well may be the time frame, but it's definitely a look for me. So I'm gonna show you right now. This is exactly how the lash looks, and this might not even stick because I'm wasting time, but this is how the lash glue looks when it's ready for me to apply. So when I apply my lash, I like to like gently lower it down and tack down the center first. And you want to put it close to your lashes without putting it directly on the lashes. And then I tack down the outer corner, make sure it lines up with like the end of your eye. And then I go to the inner corner and stick that down. Now when I'm working with new lashes, I have to go kind of like back and forth with like sticking down the back and like kind of holding it down for like a few seconds, and then going back to the front to hold it down for a few seconds. But when you have an older lash, it basically sticks where you want it automatically because it's already been adjusted to your eye. So that lash is on. I would say it's easier than you think. Don't think so much about it, just do it and apply your lash when the lash glue is ready, and you'll be fine with it. Then we're gonna go and do the exact same thing with the other lash, kind of do the wobbly thing. I never really do that, but it helps sometimes, just a little bit. And then apply a little bit of lash glue. And usually in this time frame I'll do another step of my makeup that doesn't take too long, like maybe add a little blush or something like that. Applying this directly to the center, and then to the outer corner. Sometimes you have to pull it a little bit to make sure that it's right in line with the outer portion of your eye, and then tack down the center. So then I go in with my mascara, and you can see like underneath my lashes like this funny color right here, and that's just from my eyeshadow that I've applied. It has fallen onto my natural lashes that you can see right there. So I like to apply mascara after I've applied lashes to kind of cover that up, hide my natural lashes, and blend them into the false lashes. Now you don't really want to bring the mascara all the way up onto the lashes if you plan like to wear them a lot of times after that. Like you don't want to go all the way up because that shortens the length of time that you can actually wear them. And then the very last thing that I like to do, and it really just completes the look, is I apply a little bit of eyeliner and a liquid liner because it just works a lot better for this step. And I just go in and kind of tilt my head back and apply a thin line of this liner right on the base of the lashes. Okay, so that is it for this lashes tutorial. I hope it wasn't like too much info thrown into your face. I promise you it's a lot easier than like the explanation of it. If you just sit down and you just practice, I know you will get it. It's one of those things, once you fail the first time you feel like you can't do it, but you really can. You just have to keep practicing and you get better at it, and you just apply it like nothing. I definitely believe in you guys. Like, you guys got it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you thumbs it up. It really helps me out, and subscribe before you leave, and I promise I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.